This time we have, we're looking for a white male, approximately 6 foot tall, wearing a medium blue top, baseball cap, possibly with the letter D on it, jeans, and possibly sneakers. He walked inside, approached 2 of the tellers, made a demand for cash. The tellers complied. The subject then left on foot, heading north on Mill Street. He lingered, we believe, outside for a few minutes before going into the bank, and left directly, like I say, up north on Mill Street. At this time, we're working with KeyBank Security. We're taking statements from individuals that were witnesses. We have several businesses here that have videotape that we've made contact with, and we'll be checking their videotape to compare with what we know so far. We will be notifying the FBI in Syracuse as per our protocol. At this time, the investigation is ongoing. There was no injuries, no weapons displayed, and we'll be continuing the investigation in the next couple of days.
How many people were inside the bank at the time of the robbery?
There was several KeyBank employees. There were no patrons. The bank was empty except for the tellers and the robber.
How much cash did you get away with?
That's undetermined at this point. They're doing an audit, so I don't know. When we get an exact figure, that would be evidentiary in nature, and we wouldn't be sharing that.
Early on, there was a woman and a child that wanted to leave this area, so they were not in the bank when this occurred.
We talked with them, and their exact role I'm not certain at this time, but we did have some people that came forward early on that believed they saw our suspect exiting the bank, and detectives, if they have not gotten a statement from them, they will be in the hours to come.
From which door is he believed to have exited?
He exited the Mill Street door here that would actually be facing east, and then he headed north. He headed out east, and then he went north onto Mill Street on foot.
Do you think this is at all connected to the earlier robbery on Washington Street last month?
We are in the very early stages of this one, so it certainly will be looked into by the detectives, but I couldn't say for certain it is or is not, but that will certainly get a good look-see the next couple of days.
Have you been able to view the video in the bank yet?
We have had some still images provided to us. At this point, we have KeyBank security personnel en route to Watertown with some more videotape. So I envision that we'll have access to more a little later this evening, and when we get some quality shots that we feel that we can share with the public, we will do that, although I would anticipate that being probably tomorrow morning.
Can you better describe the bag that he was said to have been carrying the money?
It's supposed to be a plastic shopping type bag, similarly found at most stores. He brought it with him, and he obviously left with it.
Was his face uncovered, or was it covered?
He was wearing a white bandana handkerchief across his face and nose as he entered the bank. We believe he removed it shortly after exiting the bank.
Some witnesses said that, told us that he might have been wearing a zip-up jogging coat.
It's a medium blue coat. It appeared to have long sleeves, and it was down below his waist. Whether it's a jogging coat or an athletic type shirt, I'm not 100% sure.
But do you mean tied around his waist, or was he wearing the coat?
He was wearing it. It was arms through the sleeves, and it's a
long,
medium to light blue coat.
Do you have any witnesses that has placed him getting into a vehicle?
No mention of a vehicle at this point. That's where we're kind of hopeful that some of the videotape, we'll be doing a neighborhood canvass of the area that we believe he went. We did have a canine on duty at the time of the reported robbery who immediately came to the vicinity and attempted to track, and obviously that was negative at this point, but this investigation is in its very early stages, and we'll be continuing in the hours left here today, and we'll be continuing until we catch the person.
Can you say how far down Mill Street he was last seen?
I don't have an exact, but when I looked, you couldn't see much more than halfway down the block. So witnesses, to the best of my knowledge, didn't leave this area, so that's as far as you can see.
Do we have an age range on the suspect?
We believe he's in his early 20s, teens, early 20s is what is being relayed to me. Once again, the information that I'm providing is preliminary. As we look at the video and we talk to more witnesses, that is subject to change.